G'day you beautiful legends! Don't you hate it when you find a cool mod, but you have to uninstall it when you join a server? Well, today I'm going to show you how to stop being a server peasant and run mods on servers like a king. So strap yourself in and drink some water, you dehydrated noodle. And don't forget to hit that sub button while we roll through the transition. The normal inventory is as boring as your dad's cooking. But Inventory HUD Plus makes the inventory look a lot more useful by showing off important information. You can now see all pieces of armor as a health level, so when you are slapping pillagers with your meat stick, you will know when it's about to break, as it will change color indicating it's getting low. There is also a quiver icon to show how many arrows you have left, as well as a backpack to show you how many slots you have left. Potion icons also get a makeover from Bob Ross himself. So if you can count past 10, they now have little timers showing off how long the effect has left. You can also have your inventory on the screen so you can always see what you got. This mod is also super customizable, and you can change a lot of settings on the icon sizes, the timer, types of damage they show, and you can even change where they sit on screen so they aren't in your field of view. Or you can make them block your field of view, whatever floats your boat. Show Me Your Skin gives you a little customizable menu so you can make armor transparent or remove the enchanted glow. So you can now show off parts of your wicked skin that you just got made. Just take a look at how I can remove my pants. Whoa, buddy! My eyes are up here, you sicko! As well as making armor as transparent as you want, you can also remove shields and swords from your point of view and only make them appear when in combat. So that way you won't forget them when you start getting attacked. This affects all players in your world, so how you see yourself is how you see everyone else. Illuminations is a simple mod. It adds some ambient light effects to ocean monuments, fireflies in swamps, and the end dimension gets falling pink flowers. These aren't too overwhelming and are a great touch to your Minecraft world. It makes exploring at the nighttime in swamps a lot more enjoyable, and overall, it just gives off a great vibe to these locations in your Minecraft world. Just how cool do ocean monuments look now? I bet you have seen this mod before, so I'm going to show you again because of how effective it is. I'll show myself out. This mod adds in splashes and droplet particles to your world. When you throw objects into the water, you get a cool splash animation and particle droplets in the water. The size of the items will make different size splashes. If you drop a little petite item, you get a little petite splash. But if you drop your mum in the water, you get a huge splash, ready to wipe out the planet. Waterfalls also get splashes at the bottom of them to make them a bigger need in your world. This mod also enhances water sounds for a more immersive feel, and it also works on lava, so you can have a fun time smacking piglins into the lava. Gone are the days of having to break a crop and replant it with a second click. With Replanter, all you do is right click with the crop of choice in your hand and it whacks away the grown crop and replants a new one all in one click. We are living in the future now, old man. This makes farming super easy and saves a lot of time so you can get back to torturing villagers quicker. You can replant any crop of choice. It doesn't have to be the same crop that's already in the ground. How painful is it when you have multiple shulker boxes, but you don't know what is in each shulker box? Well, now you have learnt some wizardry from all those witches you have unalived, and you can see what is in each shulker box while you hold it in your inventory. This is super handy and saves a ton of time placing down a shulker box, only to find it has the wrong gear or the wrong items. So you can thank me later for this hidden tip. And a nice little touch this mod has, the inventory background stays true to the color of the shulker box. Make bubbles pop describes itself pretty well. Bubbles now pop on the surface and have a little better animation to them. This is a simple mod like yourself, but adds a lot to the environment around you when bouncing in the water or into your soul sand elevators. This mod is not super noticeable, but definitely adds a lot of life to bubbles interacting in your world. Now, who doesn't love some physics in your favorite block game? While not all physics work properly on a server, throwing your items on the ground in a temper tantrum will make the blocks land and roll on the ground just like real life. No one else can see this, but it's cool to use and will make unaliving players just a little bit more satisfying. They also look cool floating in the ocean when you're swimming around pretending to be a fish. Visuality adds hit effects on certain mobs and ores in your world. When you hit villagers, they drop emeralds like cash, so you now feel like you are robbing the villagers. These villagers have to watch out for Link now. Skeletons now drop bones when you hit them, both wither and normal skeletons, but you can't pick up these bones, they're just for looks. Chickens lose feathers when you hit them, so after you sent them off to meet Jesus, you don't have to spend time peeling feathers off your chicken breasts. Slime blocks make little clouds when they jump around, which why don't they have these normally? Such a great little addition for them. And certain ores will now glimmer and sparkle underground, which makes them a lot easier to find, and the sparkling inside geodes just look so damn cool. And if you have sold your soul to the devil, you can head into the nether and explore Soul Sand Valley, where you might just see your soul floating around, as every time you jump around, souls will escape from the soul sand. What if there was a race mode in Minecraft? Well, now there is. Boat HUD gives boats a little heads-up display that shows speed, the way you're turning, health bar, and how many G-forces you hit. This is a great mod to use when you have races with your friends, or you just like some visuality in your life. This little HUD will make driving boats a lot more fun, and you can now race with your mates to see who can get the fastest speed. Minecraft can be clunky at the best of times, but let's give you a moist time when transferring items from inventory to chest. Smooth swapping gives a neat animation when transferring items between your inventory and chest. I mean, how good does this look? This also works for crafting tables, furnaces, and any table you can make items in. Smooth swapping animations is better than the cold side of your pillow. Mojang, add this to your list of items that should be in the game. It can be annoying when you have a potion and you don't know when it will run out. Status bar effects eliminates that problem, like the fungus on your toe, and adds in a progress bar or a countdown timer to your screen, so no more being in the middle of a fight and having a potion run out, as you can see how low it is, and retreat because you're a little bitch without it. This makes potion interfaces a lot cleaner to look at, and you can utilize them more now. Is your sense of direction as bad as your girlfriend when she gives directions? Well, look no further. Xaero's Minimaps, God I hope I said that right, gives you a little or a big minimap in the corner of your screen, which is small, or with the touch of a button, you can make it bigger. I wish real life worked like that. It gives yellow dots for all entities in the area of the map and in certain level range, so it will change the higher or lower you go. Speaking of going down, when you head into the caves, it gives an accurate look for the cave systems around and even shows off all the points of interest and structures. The map even works in the nether and in the end, so you can never get lost in any dimension again. This mod is also very customizable, so you can change it to suit your needs. YGM's Weapon Master gives you a new look when holding weapons. When holding swords, hoes, pickaxes, and bows, they will now rest on your body. A visual mod that can look really cool and suit certain themes in certain worlds. This is just a pleasing mod to look at and makes me feel more like a warrior. It's a very well done mod and it utilizes nearly every slot in your inventory bar, so you got plenty of areas to put your weapon depending where you want them to sit. Don't you hate it when you explore in the wild, you take damage from hostile mobs, so you come back home and beat up villagers to feel better? You raid a chest that is definitely not yours, except there is magic food that is inside. It now shows how much of your hunger and heart bar it will fill up. So now you can get an accurate reading on how safe you will be when eating certain items. If only food worked like this in real life. This is a super handy visualizer to have for when you're in tough situations or you're just too far from home with no food left. When you're stuck in the wild, desperate times call for desperate measures, so you just try and eat anything you can get your grubby little hands on. You spawn into a world and see a set of grass stairs heading up to a beacon, but this is no ordinary beacon. With better beacon placement, if you look at the base of the beacon, shift and place a block, it'll place down the entire beacon in one click, and this is just such a time saver. Just look at how easy it is. Any blocks in the way you can collect, as it just plows through everything, not caring about physics. But if you're old and crouching hurts your knees, you can just click the bottom of the beacon and it will still fill up one block at a time. It's the perfect lazy man's beacon. And if you want to move house or don't want your friends using your beacon powers, just break the beacon and it will break the entire pyramid and drop the item, so you can move home easily now. Or just feel like a villain and take your beacon powers away from your friends. Falling Leaves is a simple yet visually pleasing mod, and when paired with the Stay True resource pack, it gives perfect spooky season vibes when entering certain forests, as you'll get a mixture of green and autumn trees. The leaves aren't over the top when falling, which is good, so you don't get too distracted by them. But when you're walking through a thunderstorm, these give off such a great vibe, as it looks like the leaves are falling off due to the high winds. Chest Tracker does exactly what it's called. If you've lost an item or have a huge amount of chests, go to your inventory and click the magnifying glass. Click the item you're looking for and Yas, Queen! Your chests are now extra. They will flash rainbow, indicating what chests your items are in. You can even see through walls and blocks, so it may help when finding buried treasure. No longer will you be a peasant and only open doors one at a time. Double doors makes doors work together, so when you open one, the door next to it opens too. So run inside, beat up a villager, and walk out closing both doors at once to assert dominance. This works on trapdoors, and you can also activate it with levers, switches, and redstone. You can also configure the files to open up more than 2 doors, so you can flex and open up 10 doors at once. Very unnecessary, but you can do it. So if you have the IQ of Elon Musk, this could be very handy for certain farms. Eating animation adds in great looking animations for when you're eating food or drinking soup. This is such a clean animation and is something that should be in vanilla Minecraft. These animations just look so damn cool, and I bet these villagers and iron golems are jealous they don't have the skills I have. This just adds so much life to your character. You're no longer an NPC in the Minecraft world. Are you a dumbass like myself who doesn't know what every enchantment does? Well, I got you back. Enchantment descriptions gives a nice description for all enchantment, so you now know all the details you are putting into your armor and tools. This works on books before adding them, but it will not work while on the enchantment table. You have to enchant it before you can see the description. I think that's the only downfall to this mod, so if you don't know what the enchantment does at the table, it's Russian roulette if you get a good enchantment or not. Thank you, beautiful legends, for sticking around until the end of the video. Will you be using any of these mods in your servers? Don't forget to check out my other videos showcasing more mods, as you might find some hidden gems. Or be sure to check out what YouTube recommended you, as it won't disappoint you. And with that, I'll see you next time.